Hi, it's Rob Corley here, and as you can see, it's pretty plain here tonight because, as you probably guessed, we have no guests, so we're not going to be playing any fancy games or anything like that. We're just going to be doing some old-fashioned talks, like every other late-night web show, the web talk show, as you could say. So, why don't we just get to talking? Let me set myself up here, and I'll be with you in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rob Corley Show. Tonight, it's Rob Talks. And now, presenting Rob Corley.
Hey, you came back. Thanks for sticking around for after the opening credits, or the opening title. Like I said before, at the opener of this show, that there is no guest, so don't expect anything fancy tonight. Tonight, I'm just gonna be taking this opportunity to talk to you about some things. And I guess that's what every other amateur web late night talk show does. So let me, oh my goodness, camera guy, oh wait, we had to send him home, so I gotta do this. Let's see. Okay, so I have some topics here that I would like to talk about. The first one starting is award shows. Now, you know this is award season, right? We had the Golden Globes, I believe it was last week or the week before that. It was in the first Sunday of this year, and it was hosted by Seth Meyers. Yeah, Seth Meyers. He's the host of Late Night on NBC. Now, that's one thing I should mention, is late night hosts have been taking over as far as hosting award shows are concerned. I mean, last year, Jimmy Fallon hosted the Golden Globes, and Jimmy Kimmel hosted the Oscars, and Stephen Colbert hosted the, I think it was the Kennedy Center Honor Awards, I think it was. And this year, Seth Meyers hosted the Golden Globes, and Jimmy Kimmel will be once again hosting the Oscars. And James Corden, who is the host of the Late Late Show on CBS, will be hosting the Grammys. And he hosted it last year. And I just noticed that it's like late night hosts are taking over as far as hosting duties are concerned for award shows. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I never thought I'd see the day where that would happen, but it's happening right now. Can you believe it? I surely can't, but it's happening. So, we just got to get used to it. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I guess I should mention this because everybody's been talking about it recently. Oprah Winfrey. Yes, the Oprah Winfrey. You get a car and you get a car and she gets a car and he gets the car with her and they'll both get in the car together. Yeah, that Oprah. Longtime talk show host, broadcaster, hosted the Oprah Winfrey Show for, I believe it was 25 years. Yeah, and now does like Super Soul Sundays on her own network, and a whole bunch of other shows that she does, like Master Class and all that. Well, she made an inspirational speech. And what do I mean by inspirational? I mean so inspirational that people think that she is going to run for president in the year 2020. Now, that's 2 years from now. Now, I don't know how... Well, I don't understand what it is about people making speeches and then all of a sudden people wanting them to be the president of the United States, or wanting them to run for a president or some kind of government office or something. I mean, it's like this is like a pattern that's been going on. And with all these, that's another thing I wanted to touch on. What is it with about award shows and politics? I mean, it's kind of a strange mix when you have award shows and politics coming together. It's like politics is politics, and award shows are award shows. Award shows are to recognize people who have made some kind of a difference or effect on people in the entertainment industry. At least for the award shows that we're talking about here, which would be like the Golden Globes, Oscars, the Emmys, the Grammys, so on. And I feel like in recent years, a lot of focus has been taken away from the actual, like, I'm not going to say it's been completely taken away from the recognition of the arts and the crafts of people acting in certain roles and stuff, but I feel like recently award shows have been getting too political, you know what I mean? Like, people have been getting on stage making speeches about lots of inequalities and stuff like that, and standing up for what you believe in. And I don't have any problems with that, but I feel like if you're gonna do that, you should do it maybe at a event that sort of deals with that kind of thing, not necessarily at an award show where people are giving out awards for something that you have done. Even though you've made a difference in somebody else's life, I feel like talking about making it political as far as, I guess this is some kind of retaliation against what our current president and people in our government are doing. And I'm not going to say any names because I refuse to say any names on this show. If you want to know what I think about our government and office officials, there was your answer right there. I'm not saying any of their names because I don't want to say any of their names on their show. So, yeah. I think, but anyway, back to my thing about Oprah. I think people are, ever since she gave this motivational speech at the Golden Globes, everybody's been getting on her about, or pressing her, trying to see if she's going to run for president in 2020, which I don't think she will. Excuse me. And honestly, I don't think she's even really thinking about that. I think Oprah just wants to help people out the way that she's been helping people out all along, and in any way she can, she will help somebody out. I mean, that's the thing we're looking at here. And yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, please do not try to pressure Oprah into trying to run for the office, the highest office in our country. So if she doesn't want to do it, she shouldn't have to feel pressured into doing it, which I'm pretty sure she doesn't, but I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, moving on. The Winter Olympics are coming up soon. Next month, actually. This is January, and I think the official date is February 6th that they're starting with the Winter Games. Skiing, snowboarding, and what do they call that? Tobogganing, and all these other winter events. Ice skating, So I just want to say to Team America, good luck in your Winter Olympic journey. We hope you bring back the gold. Now, another thing I would like to talk about is, have any of you heard that American Idol is coming back? Yeah, American Idol. Remember that show on Fox that Simon Cowell used to be on? He used to insult everybody that couldn't sing, but he couldn't really sing himself, except that one time where I watched an episode on X Factor where he did sort of like a impression of Elvis for a song, Can't Help Falling in Love. But that's different. That's not, yeah. Anyway, no, Simon Cowell's not going to be on the new show, or not the new show, but the new version of the show that he used to be on when it first was on. But it actually started out as a British show in London or England, and it was created in England. Started in England as Pop Idol. That was the name of the show then. So the American people, I guess they liked that, and they wanted the British people to bring that over here. So obviously they called it American Idol. So American Idol is probably one of the most popular singing competition shows out there now. And for 15 years on Fox, it was, or for 15 seasons, I don't really know how that works. But because like now, like seasons are like 2 seasons a year. That's kind of like how we do it with the Rob Corley show. We do 2 seasons, one in the spring and that lasts us throughout the summer, and then we do another one in the fall and the winter, which is what this one is right now. So yeah, but anyway, it's coming back, and 3 new judges. We know Katy Perry is going to be there, Lionel Richie, and I keep forgetting the other guy's name. If you know, please let me know, because I don't. Oh, Luke Bryan. Yeah, Luke Bryan. Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie are going to be the 3 new judges, and of course Ryan Seacrest is hosting. I mean, what would American Idol be if there were no Ryan Seacrest hosting? I mean, can you imagine what American Idol would look like if Ryan Seacrest were not there? Can you imagine? I surely can, after all this time seeing him there. And by the way, he's gonna have 2 jobs, because, well, he's got many jobs now. I forget I said that. But anyway, he's on live with Kelly Ripa. You know, remember her? She used to do that show with Regis, and then with Michael Strahan, and then Michael left her, and then went on to host, the co-host, Good Morning America. Yeah, you remember that? Okay. And then it took forever to find a new permanent co-host for Kelly Ripa, and then they went for like months without having one, and then all of a sudden they find Ryan Seacrest. Now, why couldn't they have, if they were going to go with Ryan, why couldn't they have just picked him from the jump? I mean, if you really wanted somebody to host with Kelly, look, Ryan, it's right there. Of course, Ryan would want to do something like that. Ryan is like some type of hosting god or something. I mean, can you believe how many things that Ryan has hosted? He's got, like, he's done American Idol. He's doing live now. He's got his own radio show on air with Ryan Seacrest. I think he had a show on MTV at one point. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Maybe another time. Oh, yeah. And while I'm talking about American Idol, I should be talking about another singing competition show that I wish would come back to the U.S. that has been away from the U.S. for far too long now. And I'm talking about none other than the X Factor. You guys remember when the X Factor came to the U.S.? Look at all these British shows, X Factor started in the UK in, I don't remember what year it was, but it came in the US in 2011. And Simon Cowell was there, and the US version lasted from 2011 to 2013. And you know, at one point, Demi Lovato was on that team, and Kelly Rowland was there, and Britney Spears was there, and Paula Abdul was there, and you know, L.A. Reid was there. Just a lot of heavy hitters in the years that it was there. And I really enjoyed it when it was here, but I know it's back in the UK now. Well, never left the UK. But Simon wasn't there, so Simon's back there now doing that, and America's Got Talent. It's on Axe TV, I think that's what it's called, or Access TV. which I think that's a UK channel or a special subscription channel, whatever. Sorry. And yeah, America's Got Talent. Nick Cannon's not there. Tyra Banks took his place. With the whole hoopla about him getting fired and quitting and all this other stuff. And you know, Tyra Banks, supermodel, supermodel, is hosting now, doing a great job. Simon Cowell's there, and Howie Mandel is still there, and Sharon Osbourne is still there, and Howard Stern is not there. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and since we got some time left, I want to talk about a show that I think is becoming my new obsession. And I'm talking about a show that's on ABC, that's been on ABC for a couple of years now, for about 7 or 8 years now. I'm talking about that show, that fairy tale show, that fantasy show, Once Upon a Time. Now, if you've seen Once Upon a Time, you know it's mostly about Disney characters. It's like a live action take on Disney and traditional fairy tale characters. They puts them in sort of like a sort of a real world sort of fantasy land type of thing, where they all go to these different worlds, and it's like a different reality in each one. Now, I'm not going to say what's happening right now because I can't even really remember it myself, but when I do remember, I'll get back to you. But I like what's going on right now. I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't want to spoil it. But there's one thing that is really bugging me about this. And the thing, it's not even the show, it's how they decided to air it and not air it. I mean, a few months go by, I guess they started in November. It was either in October or November they started the new season. And they went on with that until last month, December. In December, they decide, okay, let's take a break for like the rest of the winter and not come back until spring. Now, see, we gotta wait for all this heavy hitting action in this fantasy show until we have to wait until March for it to come back. Now, ABC, why? Disney, why ABC? Why would you do that to us? Why would you do that to me? I mean, I probably could consider myself a big fan of this show, which I am. Now, I gotta be honest, I didn't always watch this show. I knew about it ever since it came on, but I never really started watching it until last year. So, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna watch one episode of this just to see how it is, because I heard a lot of things about it before, but I never actually took the time to watch it. So I watched one episode, and from that episode I was kind of hooked on it because I wanted to see what was gonna happen next. And yeah, had this big battle and everything. You thought once you saw that big battle it was over, but no, the show, it just keeps going. And I really like how the writers and the directors decided to keep this thing going, because I really couldn't see how the show could keep going with how the battle went down like that. But anyway, it is, and I guess we'll wait and see until March. We have to wait to see that. Once Upon a Time coming back in March, American Idol coming back on ABC in March, and lots of other things happening in March. Almost springtime. Come on, man. Why are you torturing us like this, networks? Come on, get on the roll, man. Anyway, guys, we're about out of time for this show. I'm glad that you took this time out to hear me talk. I know you didn't really want to, but you did, so I'm giving you a thumbs up. So thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this episode, and I'll see you next time. Until then, this is Rob Corley signing off, saying good night, everybody, and good luck. Woo!